Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Superficial Spirit. I am continuing my deep dive into the current state of Vancouver nightlife with local legend who owns a local legend. Can I say that? Todd Hoye is here. Hi, honey.
Hi,
How are
how
you?
are you? Local legend, I like that.
I
I don't know
mean,
if it's
yeah,
true.
like you've been around, bitch, right?
Oh man, for a long time.
Yeah, I so often I'm having people on who I've known for a long time,
Mhm.
but I don't remember how or when I met them because, like, when I moved to Vancouver, everything is blurry, as you know.
Right.
Um, do you remember, like, when you and I met, or do you have, like, a first memory?
I don't know. I remember you. I mean
Yeah.
like we were just both in the scene at the same
Yes.
time. Like I think we came up at the same time, like
Yes.
in the late 2000s.
Yep.
And then you were doing your thing, I was doing my thing. Like we would cross paths. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
watching you. I thought you were like a blast, and like I loved everything you were doing. Like
Yeah.
your buy me a drink video was a hit. I think you were in some like Brian Steele videos or something.
Oh my God, that Ryan Steele video haunts me. First of all, back then, it was like I would do anything. Like, put me on camera, put me on a poster. I don't really care. And remember, Ryan did this skit with me where I was like performing in the park for nobody
Yeah,
on the
that's the one.
bench. Oh, yeah, people love bringing that one up. It was so funny. I don't care. I
It's,
love Ryan.
I like that you were like poking fun at yourself. It's
Yeah.
like you don't take yourself so seriously.
Yeah.
So I like that. That was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When I moved back to, because I left to go to Kelowna and then I was in Toronto and then I came back and I remember hearing that you had acquired 1181 because when I was in the party scene, you had not done that yet. So when
No.
did that happen?
Okay, so I was bartending at 1181 in like I think it was 2010. It's been so long that I've been here.
Hey, listen, you think it 15 years is long
I'm
and then
60 years old. Um, so yeah, I was bartending like 2010, 2011, but then I left. I met my husband and moved to Brazil. And then I was there for 4 years. We did like we like built a business there and stuff. And then when I moved back, I think it was like 2016, I got my old job back. And I don't know if do you remember Riley Cox?
Yes, of course.
Name drop, shout out.
Yeah, Riley.
So he was the GM at the time. And the previous owner, Jen, she had XY now and 1181. And when Riley decided he was going to move to Toronto, I kind of like pitched myself as the GM, and then I became the general manager for 2 years of both places. And meanwhile, me and my husband were kind of like, what are we going to put this money into that we like brought from our other business in Brazil? And it was kind of like when she went to sell, I was like, well, this is perfect. Like I know how I know everybody in the community. I know how to run the place. I know what could use some work or like what you know I could infuse into it to make it work. And so yeah, we like were part of like I think there was like three other people we were bidding on it. She didn't just give it to me, FYI.
Oh, I
Yeah,
100%
no,
assumed.
it was a difficult, actually like super hard. Like we fought for it, and yeah, we ended up winning, but it was not easy. And the rest is history. Yeah, it's been 7 years. It's our like
Wow.
seventh anniversary owning it next month. There'll be a big party. Watch my socials for that. And 1181 turns 20 this year.
Same
So
age as me.
isn't that crazy?
Yes, that is crazy. So 20 years, so that's 2005,
Yes,
2006.
2006.
Okay, 2006 is the year Britney shaved her head. I remember it very
Oh yeah.
clearly. Or was that
Yeah.
2007? That's funny. That's like around the time I moved to Vancouver because I don't remember Vancouver without 1181. For sure, I
Me
don't.
me
It was
neither.
always a part of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but like going back to the buying process, I 100% assumed you just, not that you just were given it, but I assumed the process was easy. Like, I don't know.
Like,
I didn't think too much about it, but I assumed it'd be easy out of curiosity because you probably
yeah.
can't talk too much about. Were the other people gay bidding on it?
Actually, I only know of one. You know, Dan Bevan, the Strong Todd.
Yes. Yeah.
So I know that they were bidding on it, but we didn't know each other were bidding on it. So we were like, because we're like good friends, and we worked together. So we were like bidding against each other. So that was that wasn't great, but we're cool. Like there's no drama there. And then I heard maybe the people from Score were bidding too, and then there was someone else, but I don't know. That's not confirmed. They weren't. They were very like secretive about who the other people were. It was very like, you know,
Yeah.
blindly done, which was part of why it was so difficult too. Because I was like, are these other bids like real, or are they just like trying to do it? But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It was a challenge for sure.
Do you
But
know what ended up making you win? Like, was it just you ended up offering the most, or was there something else you
I
were
think
bringing
that's
to
what
the
it came
table?
down to, really. Yeah.
Can you say how much?
No, I'm not gonna say how much.
All right. All
But it
right. This
was a
interview's
huge
over.
cash, I'll give you that much. But yeah, it was
Okay.
worth it. We've like made it back, and we're like, you
Oh
know,
my God. It's,
so
I mean, to be in
saving.
like hospitality for that long is such a huge accomplishment. And we've seen on Davie Street venues come and go. It's
Mm,
not enough just to have a bar on Davie Street. There has to be something about it. And Jen did a really good job of that. I mean, I remember her having such a presence in the community. Like she knew everybody. She made a point of like going out and seeing people. She treated you well.
right.
Um, and I think you being a bartender there
Mm,
makes sense because you like the owner knows, the patrons know, but the bartenders know, bitch. You know
right.
like you know the real. So that must have been a crazy transition though to go from like bartender to pitching yourself to GM to owner.
Yeah, there was. I remember like even just transitioning from bartender to GM, just like this imposter syndrome that I had,
Yeah.
and it took me a long time to kind of like get over that and just like switch to, oh, I'm the owner now. I have to represent myself differently. Can't just be a mess all the time. Or like,
Well,
you know, well, yeah, even though I am. No. Um, and just like, people treat you a little differently, or like you're, um, got to separate your work and personal friendships, colleagues, like that had to change too, because like the first while I had like all my best friends working for me, and so it was like that was kind of tough because I'm like letting them get away with like absolutely everything, and like they love me and they'll do what I say, but like I also like I was just like letting too much slide. And I didn't want to like, have confrontation with like my besties. But we got through it and like we're all good. Everybody's like still friends, and now I like have to kind of have a more clear, it's
yeah.
hard though, because like I just want to be friends with everyone.
I don't think I could be a boss because I'm such a people pleaser. I want everybody to like me. I couldn't be
Yeah.
mean. Like how did you like transition from everybody's my friend to like was there a moment where you had to be a bitch or you had to be the boss to one of your friends and draw the line?
Yeah, there's a few times I've been like I've had to fire them. So like there were, and like I don't want to give like names or anything, but
Yeah.
like, you know, people sneaking away to like hook up in the middle of a shift, or like someone's done too much substance or something like that, like serious things, or like I've had someone once lock themselves in the liquor room because an ex was there and wouldn't come out until they were gone. So like there's like so many crazy stories.
What?
um
Gays. Oh my God.
gays, yeah. um
Wow.
so like yeah, there's times when it's like listen. And but like each time they were like, yeah, I know. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's time to leave.
It's such a interesting like business and friendships in nightlife because
Mhm.
in some ways drinking, casual drug use, whatever,
Mhm.
boyfriends hooking up, that is gay culture. I mean, it's not the only,
Oh,
I can hear people in the comments, that's not gay culture. It's
yeah,
not all gay culture, but if you're going to a bar that's like with a
it's
lot of gay
nightlife.
men, it's
It's not
nightlife,
just
baby, right?
gay. Yeah.
Yeah. So how, I mean, when I think about my time at 1181, it's like I would go in and just like go behind the bar and like make myself a drink or like lock myself in that big bathroom, baby, and did lots of things in that
Oh,
space.
it's
Do you
famous.
remember like the first time you went to 1181? What that was like?
I think my like earliest memory I've thought about this was like going to see Adam Dreddy DJ. It was like a Wednesday night, and like I think I just thought he was hot or something, and I was like, I don't know, I was like angling, but then I like met that like I've just kind of like met everybody from there, and then I was bartending at another place like off Davie, like in Yaletown, and I was like, I just hit it off with everyone there, and I was just like, I really want to. Can I come here because I don't want to bartend in the straight scene anymore. um, but yeah, I don't really remember a specific time or events or anything
Hmm.
like the beginning.
I don't remember the first party. I remember there was a poster outside. I think they had a night called Gossip, and it had the Olsen twins
Oh,
on the thing, and it was like big red lips and their big black sunglasses. Do you remember that?
I think Gossip like G Love, DJ G
Oh,
Love
maybe. Yeah,
is in.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember the Olsen twins though, but yeah, they
yeah.
he had a night on Wednesdays called Gossip. I think. Anyway, that's
For
like
somebody,
gossip.
yeah, for somebody who's never been to 1181, I think most of the people who are listening have.
Mhm.
How would you describe it?
Um, oh, I'd say we're like the more of like a millennial spot. Good music. We focus on like good DJs. That's really important to us. Best sound system, great cocktails, hot boys. We've always kept that. I'd say we're kind of like marketed or like people think of us as like the like fancy spot, but like I don't think we like. I think we're pretty casual though, you know. So um, yeah, I think it's just like good vibes, good times, and good people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I remember thinking about it as the fancy place for sure. I mean, you go to like Odyssey and Junction and then go to 1181 where, the glasses were like thinner and nicer and like weren't plastic and like the limes were fresh. Like little things like that, clean, smaller. You could like
yeah.
see people for sure.
Well, yeah, we're probably the only place that still has glassware on the
It's
strip.
a low bar on
I
Davie. Holy
refuse
shit.
to go to plastic. Like, no, I'm not. And I spend so much money on broken glass. But yeah, I guess we are a little nicer in that way.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like one thing that we know is Vancouver's not known for like the craziest parties, the biggest clubs. So if you go to Davie Street, it's like, well, let's see, back in when 1181 opened, it would have been Odyssey, Fountainhead, Numbers. Celebrities was probably going straight at that point. Junction was not Junction, and then Pump Jack. So
Mhm.
1181 was really and still kind of is the only like lounge vibe where you have music, but it's not. I don't know. I haven't been fucked up there in a long time. I know I did my video release
Yeah.
there, but for me, it was always a place to go where I wasn't just going to be like completely fucked up and like, in the corner
Well,
doing whatever. I don't
yeah,
know. Is it,
it
how are
has.
people like that?
I think it has changed since I took over. In that sense, like, and I'm sure there's like older crowd or not old people, but like people from the older days that maybe preferred that lounge vibe. But I've definitely worked on making it more of like a destination that you go to and stay the night, not the before spot before you go elsewhere, or like the end up spot. So yeah, we've definitely like we invested in the dance floor, which I don't think they did before. Like a lot more lights. We redid the sound system and like just like special effects and stuff like that. So it's become definitely like more of a dance floor oriented space. Of course, the weekdays are more loungy. And earlier in the night is loungy too, because people don't show up till like 11. Um, but yeah, I think it's changed since your party days. It's definitely
I know. I'm
it's
like, you're like the older, not older. They mean the people from back then.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to get
it's okay.
roasted in the comments.
It's okay, honey.
I'm old too,
Um,
okay, guys.
yeah. So this is, I know when you and I have been talking about like you coming on for a while, it's like, what direction should we go? What should we talk about? And one thing I've been really curious about is the evolution of partying,
Mhm.
because you just alluded a little bit to the fact that, you run a bar, staff are probably going to do drugs, drink, hook up in the bathroom, lock themselves in the liquor closet because their ex is there. That is so extra, by the way. Do you watch Vanderpump Rules?
I don't, but I
Oh my
know
God.
I've seen like clips and stuff.
It's just like workplace reality docu-soaps,
Yeah,
and I'm just imagining the guy in the bathroom, like, or in the liquor fucking closet, locked in, freaking out.
yeah.
So there's obviously like a messy component to all nightlife. You have to take that
Mhm.
into consideration. But to my point of like when I was in my heyday, being messy was kind of cool. Like it, people didn't turn. I mean, some people turned up their nose to it, but we were a generation of like Kesha,
Oh,
Paris, Lindsay, Britney, and like that was kind of the core of nightlife at the time.
yeah. Oh, I saw like this graph the other day, and it was like generations, like the amount of money they spend on drinking, and it was like Gen X or like Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, and then it's like Gen Z is like they don't even drink anymore.
So, what
It's,
does that mean for you as like a bar owner? Because I've also heard this about Gen Z. And by the way, I just interviewed the kids from Canada Shore that just launched,
oh, you
and
did?
yeah, they're drinking, baby. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I thought Gen Z wasn't partying, and yeah, they corrected me. They were definitely partying.
Well,
So,
I don't think it's that they're not partying. I think they just party differently. Like back in our day, or actually pre-COVID, I think of everything as like before and after COVID. Um, Things changed a lot since COVID happened. Basically, you don't really get that crowd of people that just go out just to go out anymore. I mean, I don't see it, and I don't see it on the strip. I don't see it around the city. I don't see people getting off work with their coworkers and coming and like having drinks after shifts like they used to. Maybe they're just going somewhere else, but I don't think it's happening. I really don't. Um I think like COVID changed behavior a lot, especially for that generation, and they like didn't pick up all our bad habits during that. And like when they came back to clubbing or when the bars started opening again, they it seems like they really need like an event or like something to bring them out. Um, so like of course weekends are great and busy and that gets people out all the time, but I don't think it's enough just to like open the doors, throw on a DJ. Like these days you really need like a show, trivia. I'm trying to like do other things. Like we have an art exhibition on coming up. Done like campaign events with like some mayoral candidates. Like trying to do more
wow.
like as an events like space, not just as like the place to go drink and party. Um, and I'm also seeing like people will come to a show, like a drag show, for example, and then like nobody drinks, and I'm like, guys, if you want, I'm gonna get murdered for saying this, but like, if you're going, there's like, of course, like the weekend. I think those shows around town are probably pretty popular and people drink because it's the weekend. But I'm seeing like people come and they barely get anything. They'll just get a
Mhm.
glass of water and sit there, and it's like, hey, I mean, if you support your drag queens, you gotta support the venues. Otherwise,
Yeah,
there's not gonna
yeah.
be a place to host all this stuff. So anyone listening, just buy a $4 Coca-Cola or whatever.
Yeah. Or do you have like mocktails and
Yeah,
you
we
know
have
Red
like
Bulls?
that's another thing. Like, because this whole change of people drinking less or just more health conscious, a lot of more sober people that just want to like be social too. Yeah, we've like updated a whole. We have a whole cocktail like craft cocktails, and then we have also like canned options like Olay, like non-alcoholic
Mm.
Olays, non-alcoholic mojito thing, White Claws, beers. So yeah, there's lots of options out there if people look for them.
It's such a huge difference to be like the lounge that people go to before and after. So I imagine back then, and I didn't work there, it's like less about cultivating the like the crowd because you know the party kids will come at some point.
Hmm.
Um, and now it's like we have to be intentional about bringing them to the bar. That's a very different approach.
Yeah,
And if you're, it's interesting that you said there's people who aren't just going out. Like they're not, there's not that party scene of like, it's Thursday, I'm going to go out because it's Thursday and I want to drink. So you have
yeah,
to work really hard to get people in there, it sounds like, and
yeah.
anybody
I
in
mean,
nightlife.
the weekdays specifically are probably the biggest challenge these days. Weekends are like better than ever.
Yeah.
They're doing like it's crazy. But like in any industry, but especially nightlife, you've always got to be evolving and like reinventing, and otherwise you're not. You got to like stay cool and relevant, so like you got to be trying to see what appeals to the younger crowd, or just staying fresh on like the social feeds with like we'll do it just like lots of theme nights and stuff, which is
Mhm.
like say it's not a big effort, but people love to go like it's a Britney night or something like that. Yeah, hey, she's my girl too. So like,
She is? Are you a Britney
oh,
gay?
oh my god, yes.
Did you hear the rumors that she was gonna do Copacabana in Rio?
Yeah, but like come on.
I know.
I read
No,
that and I was like, no way.
I know. I sent it to like 50 people and they're like, Peter, I don't care. I said, she's on my wall. She's right here. It's me and Brittany.
Oh, um I have her on my wall over there too at the
Oh, this
entrance.
makes me so happy. I like you even more now.
Oh yeah, that's how me and my husband like bonded when we first met. It was over
What?
Britney.
Okay,
Yeah, and like
tell
if
me,
there's
how did it happen?
ever like a quiet moment or like got in a fight or tension, it's like let's talk about Britney. It's like my way of getting back in the good graces.
How did you, wait, how did you, so what happened when you met and how did Brittany
Um,
come into it?
I don't want to get too graphic, but my husband, he used to be a DJ, right? And he came here. He's Brazilian. He came here for Pride. I think he did Tommy's party, one of his parties, and one of my best friends at the time was is Brazilian too, and so we kind of met that way, and one thing led to another, and I ended up back at his hotel, and did some things, and then we're just like hanging out, and he's like playing music, and we're just like chatting, and then he like asked me, and then I was like, this is like 2011, and I was like, I love Britney. I was like embarrassed to like say it because I was like, I don't want him to think I'm like uncool or whatever. And then he was like, oh, me too. And then he like starts playing all these like remixes that he's created, and I was just like, okay, I just found the
Oh,
man of my dreams. And he gave me like all these unreleased mixes and stuff that like even like other DJs from like the circuit scene that like from all over the world, like they were like all these unreleased stuff, and I was like, I hit the fucking jackpot.
oh my God.
Yeah, it
That's
was cool.
amazing.
And yeah, and then just went from there.
Love it.
Yeah,
What's your take on like, I mean, we don't need to go down the whole Brittany road, but
that's
do
gonna become
you
a Britney
think, do you what? A whole
It's
other
gonna become a
podcast?
Britney
Yeah.
Let's go
I
too.
mean, whenever she comes up, I can't help it. Like when people that I don't really know try and say something about Brittany, about her Instagram, it's like, if I start, I won't stop. And so I have to really I have to really gauge of like, okay, do these
Oh,
people really want to go down the path with me about like what happened, what is happening, what's going to happen? Because it's a whole thing. I
well,
have "Oops, I Did It Again" tattooed on my arm. So,
really?
oh yeah, bitch.
I was thinking of getting something Britney related too, but I
Yeah,
don't know
you
what.
should.
Yeah, I don't know what
What
to
do you
get.
think? Well, you get like free
A little.
Britney on your butt. Something like that. Um, what do you think she'll ever perform again? Do you think we'll get music?
I always hold on to hope, but I don't know. It kills me to say this. I don't think. I think she's like
Yeah,
f all of you. You know,
yeah.
like I mean, like just crack open the vault. You know, and just puts like release stuff on.
AI.
Like she doesn't have to perform, although I'd love that. Just like
Yeah,
put out some music because
yeah.
I have like a blackout phase every year that like I just like always revisit, and then
It's
like
so good.
I just get like so into the gym for that month, and I'm just like right before summer, and I'm like, just that album just like goes crazy.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we will. I just can't imagine like where she's at to her trusting people to like be organized and structured to like put a show or an album together. And then
Yeah,
like Evan was like, if she goes to Rio, obviously I would go. I'd spend any amount of
totally.
money. But can you imagine the insurance of Britney doing a show like that where like a million people go and
Oh my
then,
god.
the day before she's like, I don't trust my family, or and like she
Yeah.
doesn't get on the plane. So it'd be
Well,
so
she
hard
never
to imagine.
cancels shows, so she's pretty good.
I want to believe. And the other thing is like she doesn't like being famous. So I'm always like we are fans, but it's like she doesn't want us. Like she probably is appreciative, but she's like, please don't talk to me, don't take my picture, don't
Yeah.
comment. Like she's very it's a weird relationship to be a
She
Britney
loves
fan because
performing and she loves being an artist, but I think, yeah, she was just way too famous and got burned way too badly. And it's just really sad. Just
I
like
know.
the way she was treated. It's just like, and she's just such a sweet, she's a perfect woman. And like I love her, like in
I
my
know.
soul. She is so adorable and sweet. And she was, especially back then, like, just like that is a star. They do
Oh
not make
yeah.
like that anymore,
Which
ever have
I
since.
mean, they're saying Tate McRae is a lot like Britney. What do you think about that?
Look, I love Tate McRae. I think she's talented too, but she's not Britney.
No.
Oh, but
Never
like
love me, honey.
I think she's great too. She's awesome, but I don't know. There's just something about Britney. She just had this like
I know. I know.
magnetism, and she was so beautiful and sexy.
Yeah. I go
Love
on
like
these
a sexy pop star.
oh, I go on these Reddit threads where it's like people who've met her in real life,
Mm,
and they're always like she's so beautiful. Like you think but then when you see her in real life she's like really petite. And yeah,
right.
I've seen her live, but I've never like I mean I did see her at a club in LA. I was very drunk. We walked by each other. I regret it because I didn't know what was happening. But yeah, I don't know if I would want to meet her now because I don't know what I would say, and I also don't think she would like it. But back in the day, damn, that would have been wild. Like early
Yeah.
2000s, Slave for You, fucking meeting Britney
Oh my
Spears. Like
god.
there was no one bigger.
No,
Yeah.
nobody. My husband got pulled on stage at Vegas.
What?
Yes, I can tell you, I've never felt the emotion of jealousy like I did then. Like I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like. I understand why people like kill each other. Like I was like, oh, and
Were
he's a
you
big.
there?
Yeah, I was there.
What?
Me, him, and a friend of ours were all together, and originally they went to our friend, like the security team, because they like pick you out.
Wait,
And
stop. When do they pick you out? As you're going in or when you're in the audience?
or like when you're waiting for the show to start, and we're on the floor, and I guess they went out for a cigarette and someone took a picture of them. So I think like they show the pictures maybe to Britney
To
backstage.
Britney.
I think that's how it works. And so anyway, we're like, we were on the floor because we're like super fans, like right up against the stage. And the security guy, that like bald white guy that she used to have, do you remember him?
Mhm.
Of course, of course, you know what I'm talking about.
I know them all.
um, they go to my friend Guy first, and then he doesn't speak any English. So I'm like, I'm trying to explain what's going on, and he's like, I don't know, in like Portuguese. And then the guy's like, no, he needs to be able to follow directions. And I was like, well, I'll go. And he's just like, gives me this once over and walks away. I was like, rude. And then like 20 minutes later, they come back. And I was like, oh my God, they're coming back. And then they go to Raphael. And I was like, God damn it, Brittany. You like everyone but me, you bitch.
Oh my
Can I swear
God.
on this? I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can swear.
And then, of course, he was excited, and he was like, "Yeah." He went up, and I'll send you like a video later. You can watch it. It's probably like 2011.
So, what?
On
Okay,
a,
so they say basically come up to him and say Britney's gonna bring you on stage at
yeah,
this song, and that's
yeah,
it, and then he just waits.
yeah. You just wait, and then they come down and get you, and then they kind of like pull. They take him backstage, and then they put me in like another place where I can like record a video, like a better um, angle or whatever, and
Yeah.
then yeah, they put him like they walked him on a leash and like
What song was it?
it
Get
was
Naked?
freak show.
Freak Show.
Yeah.
So you must have been really close to her then too, if you were getting better footage.
No, I was like pretty far away.
You're so bitter.
I'm so bitter because I was like, I think something's gonna happen because like I was friends with all the like a bunch of the dancers because I've met them all. Here's a perk of 1181. Whenever like there's a show in town, usually like dancers come to 1181 and they come and dance from like Gaga or Britney or whoever. And so like I met a bunch of the dancers for the circus. I think it was a circus. No, Femme Fatale tour, and I stayed friends with them. Like I'm still friends with them actually, and so I was like, I met because she kept carrying on like a lot of the dancers throughout.
Mhm.
This is so a Britney podcast,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, bitch. It's okay. People who listen to my show know it's okay.
and so yeah, I was like, I met a bunch of them up, like met up with them before the show started, and like I was like, okay, I think like this might happen because we got an in and stuff, and then like she picked everyone but me.
You know
But
what?
it's all good.
Your husband's name is Raphael.
Yeah,
Raphael should have been like, my husband needs to go. Like, I'm sorry, bitch. I don't think I would recover from that. My husband does not like Britney, but that
why
it's
is he
like
interested in
so.
that? Oh my god.
Listen, he's Star Trek, baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, interesting.
yeah. Other end of the spectrum. Um, okay, so that would be wild. So he
Yeah,
goes on stage with Britney, and they do a picture, don't they? And she's like, "Give it up for Raphael" with her headset. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
There's no
Yeah.
picture, but she signs like a T-shirt and asks his name, and she's like, "Huh? What?" Like Raphael's such an exotic name. And he's like, "He's so muscly." And
I
Raphael
bet.
was like so like starstruck that he barely says anything, and I'm like, "Ah,
Oh my
I'm so
God. I
glad
don't
I know her."
I don't know what I would do. That would be so crazy. Oh my God. My
Apparently, like, you
friend,
weren't allowed to talk unless like spoken to and like all this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, my friend Brett paid for a meet and greet during the Vegas show, and he is a super fan, so it was meaningful. But he says fucking weird is like Felicia was
yeah,
like talking to them first and was like, so just remember, like, you feel like you know her, but she doesn't know you. So just
right,
like be open and be excited, but you have like 5 seconds. And he walked in and she turned and she was like, "Hi, what's your name? Oh my God, that was my friend's name from school." Took a picture and that was it. Like,
right.
so fast. My other friend, who you know, I don't know
Uh,
if I want to say his name because I don't want to out him about this story. Dancer auditioned for her in so he made it through the final rounds of Vegas when she was so right before she announced Reputation, before she went into the her family put her into the final thing before she got out of the conservatorship. I'm
Yeah,
getting so excited
ruined
because
everything.
yes, so he was in the final round auditioning for that show, and they
Oh,
had to take them to this weird, like
I think I know what you're
small, yeah, dance studio in the middle of Calabasas, wherever she lives,
talking.
and they were doing it in groups of 8, but then they did the audition and they were too big and they were too animated and it scared her. So then they had to go down to groups of 6 and then groups of 4, and like you couldn't talk to her. And then I heard she would like take people's coffee when she was in the show because they wouldn't let her drink caffeine. So when she was in rehearsal, she would like try and take the dancers'
What are they worried
coffee.
about with caffeine?
I don't know. She apparently liked Adderall, so they were trying to keep her away from the stimmies. But
Okay.
yeah, okay, let's pause. Brittany, thank you. Sorry, everyone. I love that. So let's go back to dancers coming to the bar because we actually talked about the Odyssey. I'm doing sort of a loose series about that kind of in the background.
Okay.
Gaga went to the Odyssey, and this came up too. Is like when touring acts come through town, they
Yeah.
tend to go to gay bars. So
Yeah.
1181, like, tell us some stories about that.
Um, I feel like I piped it up more than it actually is.
You're
But
like, one time a dancer came, and that's it.
yeah, I don't know. That's not like crazy stories. It's just dance and um, yeah. I wish I had a story of like a big celebrity coming in, but it's mostly like CW stars and stuff.
And Peter Breeze.
I'm like
Do
dying for,
they?
yeah, I knew. I'm
Yeah,
dying for like a
housewives.
heated rivalry boy to show up. That would be
Oh
nice.
my God. Did you do your heated rivalry night yet?
Yeah, we did. That
And
was like 2 weeks ago. It was
how was
good.
it?
It was fun, really fun.
You had some
Yeah.
hockey boys?
Yeah, there was actually like quite a like I'm glad because everyone was like, it's gonna be all women. I'm like, well, I love women, but like
If they drink.
but there was lots of guys there like dressed in like jerseys or like had like shirts made and stuff. So that was fun. It
I
was
love
cool.
it.
I love doing those
So
kind of things.
yeah, I the first party I saw announced a heated rivalry theme was in Calgary.
Mhm.
Blake, who does detours, and then you were. I was like, somebody in Vancouver needs to do this, and then you guys announced it. I was so happy to see it. I didn't come, but like, I'm glad it was a success.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Have you noticed anything about trends in parties? Because one thing, like, as I've been talking to people who are promoting still in Vancouver, like drag or drag queen or drag or DJs are promoting, what they've said about Vancouver is drag seems to be an anchor for a lot of events. Like, have a
Yeah.
drag queen, people will come. But to your point about them coming only to see the drag queen and then either leaving or not drinking a lot, are you seeing
I'm
any
gonna
trends
get
about like,
roasted for saying
no, you're not the only one who said it, baby. You're not the only one who said it. It's, and I think it's important. Like, you bring up a good point. There's so much conversations about like making spaces accessible and
Mhm.
making sure that if you can't afford cover, you don't have to pay, or there's a guest list or there's a discounted list. And there's a lot of talk online about supporting drag and tipping them and
Mhm.
making sure you support artists. But it is also, if there's no spaces for them to perform in, then there's, you're not going to go to the show. So I think it's an
Right.
important part. Not you have to come and get drunk, but
Yeah.
it's a business. They're a
I think
business. The drags are a business. Yeah.
I think people like might not think about everything that costs money that goes on around, even just being open. But when you have a show, you need someone at the door to take cover, that's $20 an hour or whatever. Then you pay a DJ, that's another like $200-300. Like the costs add up. So like even if though we specifically shifted to like instead of doing like a flat rate for the drag queens, like they would get 100% of the door proceeds, and then it was whatever effort they put into, they would get out of it. So that was kind of like the model we started. But you know now we're not taking a cut of the door. If you don't buy a
We
drink,
need
it doesn't help.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, to that point, I think a lot of the parties are anchored by drag, but I think that's just one aspect of the scene. There's a whole bunch of different niches and draws. Like, there's Gay Agenda, Macho Party. They have, I guess they do sometimes have some drag, but like they're more, traditional kind of circuit party focused. Um, yeah, at 1181, like we don't usually do drag on weekends, but if we do a theme night, say it's like, let's say it's because Fridays is pop night. So if we do like, if there's like if someone's album coming out, we like to do, say, like Tate McRae night, and then we'll have a pop up performer do like two numbers, just like, but it's not like a full show. It's just more of like a surprise on the dance floor situation. Um, but yeah, drag definitely has been a big anchor. It definitely was during COVID, because when everyone had to be seated, I don't know if you remember, it was a good way to like have stuff going on and people come and, they just sit in their seats. And like, so people really loved it then. And then drag kind of like blew up around that time, like 2020, 21. And yeah, I think like it's kind of like settled a little bit, but
Yeah,
um
tapered a bit.
yeah, I think it's definitely like kind of settling, but it's still a huge thing, and I think it's
Yeah,
great. I think
so
it's
many
it
drag
really
queens.
I think it really injected a lot into the scene actually, that was missing back then.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah.
With the nights, like destination, 1181 is a destination. What kind of music are they playing? I'm just turning down my ring light because I feel like I look like I'm just
Who's
like
out
on the
of
surface of
money?
the sun. It's because the lights in my house just went down automatically.
Oh,
When you
okay.
think about like pop night, so Friday is pop night, so I assume that's just like regular pop, whatever
Yeah.
people are listening to, blah blah blah. Have you noticed a difference in what DJs are playing like over the last 5, 10 years? Has there been an evolution to like more intense? Or remixes the same? Somebody recently said that now like back then, and I'm sorry, this is all I can compare it to. I hate being like when I was a party kid, but like it was super high energy, obviously, about getting fucked up,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And now you have like Billie Eilish and Chapel Roan, where it's like slower and more sing
Mhm.
along kind of. I don't know. Have you noticed any differences in what DJs are playing or how they're playing?
Um,
They're putting their sets together.
yes. I mean, we have kind of like our in-house DJs. Diego's really great because he does like all his own remixes. So he can take a slow song and make it into a danceable song. Um, One thing I noticed is like how much shorter songs have gotten. Like, especially on like nights when you have more of like tech or house music, um, and you expect more of like a journey with the music, like, a build and a drop, and just like it used to be more of like a 6-minute song that you would hear and you were going on a whole adventure with that song. That is like completely changed. Now it's like everything's so quick, chopped up, you might not even get a full song. People's attention spans are just like really short
Yeah.
too, so I think that's the big thing. Yeah, I don't think I know what the like young kids are into.
Well,
It's
I've heard
probably
like short
a weak note.
songs. I like,
Yeah.
you could back in the day hear like the start of like friggin', I don't know, Teenage Dream,
Mhm.
Bad Romance, and you'd be in the bathroom like doing a bump, and the music would start, and you could like push your way to the dance floor, get a drink, grab all your
Yeah.
friends, and still make it for the chorus and still have like 4 minutes to dance. But
Right.
now it's like when I do go out, yeah, I'm talking to somebody outside. I go in because I hear a song, and by the time I'm at the dance floor, it's done. So
Yeah.
somebody did a remix of my song, and I was at Bimbo,
Yeah.
and it was like, man, it was the fastest thing I've ever heard. And all of the songs that I recognized were just so short. But if you think about scrolling on TikTok or like the feed, everything is just like fast. And record labels, a lot of big artists are coming out saying, like, my record label won't let me release music because it's not TikTok friendly. So everything
Mhm.
is like back to that 2 minutes or less. Not even about being a good song, more about like, are people going to share it? Is it
Have you
funny? Is
seen
it like,
yeah, I think like everything music especially is all tied to trends and social
Yeah.
media. Like and most of the, like even like old songs will come back, you know? Like now we have like all the tattoo song because of Heated Rivalry.
Yes, that
It's
song.
like
That's so
that
good.
song was big when I was in high school, and now it's like
That's a long time. You know what? I didn't even think about the young people probably just thinking that's a new song.
totally, yeah. They
Oh my
like,
God.
and then there was that other one. What's her name? It was like uh, Stranger Things. It was like a Stranger Thing.
Oh,
What?
yes. Running
Is
up
that
that
it?
hill. Oh my God, what's her fucking name?
What's her name?
I know you're talking about. I'm gonna look it up right
So
now.
I
Stranger
definitely see
Things
like
song.
those
Running
trends.
up that hill, Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, yes.
Yeah,
And it was
that's
like
like 80s. No, 90s. 80s?
I
90s.
think it was
Kate
like
Bush.
90s. Yeah.
90s. Okay. Yeah, music has changed a lot. But I will come to 1181 on Friday because not this Friday, Friday. Because one of the reasons why I don't go out is because I don't know enough about when they're going to be playing the type of music that I like. So
Right.
now that I know Friday night is pop night, one other area I want to explore with you is I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but it
Mm.
seems like hookup culture has been turned up a notch in recent years. Like it seems like there's more sex parties and there's more, I don't know, even like cruising culture seems to have
Okay.
been woven into nightlife. Obviously, 1181 is not doing sex parties, but and 1181 has always been a place where I think about like hot gay men.
Okay.
Um, have you noticed that vibe at all at 1181 where people are like, I
Um,
don't want to be too explicit, but has that trend kind of not trend, community vibe? I don't know what the right word is, but
I mean, when I was single, I loved that shit. I would like love going to a party and like meeting a guy or whatever. Like that was so much better than I don't understand. Like I'm so old that I'm almost like pre-grinder with my marriage.
same.
Like
Yeah,
I don't get like I like the energy that you get from like seeing someone in the flesh, you know? And like how do you know from like a photo, you know, like they could show up and be
you
totally different
don't.
and weird and like you
Yeah.
need to like explore a bit in person before you take them home. And
Well,
anyway,
yeah, my friends don't do that. That's for sure.
well, but to your point, I guess that's always been a bit of the culture, definitely in gay culture. I would say Pump Jack is probably like of the spots is like the cruisier spot, but we do have like nights when we would do our like 4 a.m. nights. You know, we would kind of like make things smokier and darker and usually we get like a shirtless crowd in there and stuff and yeah, and those are fun. Like I think it's a blast, but I do think that's one of the main draws of like macho party or like a gay agenda event is like they have those dark rooms. So I think like that is like a big draw and I'm like should I just turn that one bathroom into a into a dark bathroom? I
I
don't know.
mean, listen, I'm not gonna say yes, you should. I think that would be a very successful exploration. People are already doing it, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I do
No,
think Grinder, like the apps have affected people going out.
yeah,
Um, I think that has been like killing the scene too. You know, like there's a whole ton of people that I don't think any of us even know exist because they stay behind the screens. They don't
yeah,
interact with the community. You know, it's just like ordering Uber Eats. They're
yeah.
like,
Ordering your
oh,
yeah, trick.
yeah,
It's if you have like a job you like and a group of friends that you see often, and
yeah,
the only reason you would go to a gay bar is to meet men, but you can do that on Grinder and you're not a partier, I could totally see why you would just skip it altogether.
right.
I do feel like they're missing something, but again, you and I are just from
We're
a
missing
different time.
community. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like there are so like these spaces, and we all have our own kind of like space that we fulfill in the scene, and like I think, yeah, it's like you can meet people. There's connection there. get involved. It's so much more than just going to hook up or get drunk.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
just finding a support system, all kinds of you know
I
stuff.
agree. And I think that actually hookup culture creates more loneliness. I think a lot of my friends are looking for love, but also like isolating themselves in the same way with through like
Yeah,
the constant turnover of guys. And it's so accessible that yeah, I don't know. I'm
yeah.
curious where that will go. Yeah.
And then like you don't work, like if you do get in a relationship or a situationship, and then the first fight happens, you break up because it's just like so easy to, it's just like, no,
Yeah.
you gotta kind of like fight a bit, stick with it, put in the
It's
work.
not easy. Like long-term relationships, it's like it's not fireworks from the first day to the day you die. Like it's up and down.
Exactly.
And if your only gauge of a successful relationship is, are we still doing whatever it was that we were doing the day we met? It's gonna be disappointing because it's up and down, right? Like
Yeah,
um it is commodified on Grinder, but that's not real. There isn't an endless supply of mates.
right.
You're only gonna connect with so many people.
Totally.
I don't know if you heard
Now
this
we're
actually.
gonna give relationship advice.
Yes, Eddie, through Britney's
We
eyes.
take some callers.
I do want to do that. Well, because I want to. There's a lot of people in my life that are like super in the hookup scene, and there's a lot of questions I have that people don't want to talk about publicly about like things that they do sexually, places that they go. And so I want to do like an anonymous questionnaire that I'm going to send out to the gays and they can let me know and then I'll answer them on there. But if you know any super sluts, let me know because I would like to have them
I know lots.
on. Okay, yeah, send them my way.
And
I
we're not
saw
slut shaming.
no
We're sex
bitch.
positive here.
Yes. I
Look
already
up
said
away.
I'm in the bathroom at 1181 7 nights a week.
Yeah, we've all been there. I'm just
Yes.
old now.
Yeah. This is a little dark, but I saw it right before I came on, and it's relevant to Grinder that apparently there's been some murders tied to like Grinder hookups recently in BC. Like
I
two.
read
Have
in
you heard
Kamloops
that?
maybe there was one. I saw like a
Yeah.
headline, which is scary. I'm from Kamloops, so that could have been me.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
everything.
yeah. Crazy to think about because you're going to strange people's houses, you don't know them, especially if you're into some kinky shit. Weird. I'm
Yeah,
gonna look into that more, but
people
yeah,
need to tell their friends, put on their location.
yeah.
Like that's kind of scary. I've heard of this
Or
in other countries too.
well, Toronto had Bruce
Right.
McArthur. Yeah, who's a serial killer.
That is scary.
So we covered a lot today. Britney, serial killers,
Did
relationship
we learn
advice.
anything about 1181?
We learned a lot. Well, let me recap. So we learned how you bought it, what
Yeah.
Jen Mickey was like, how we fit into Davie Street, what the trends are, what the kids are doing, what we think the kids are doing, hookup culture, Britney. Yeah, I think we got a good scope.
Cool.
There's definitely always an evolution to nightlife, and I'm so curious how things change because it was such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And 1181 was. Thank you for letting me have my video party, by the way. I have another one coming,
Yeah.
so I'll hit
That
you
was
up again.
fun. Your video was great.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Some
Um,
production on that one.
yeah. So thank you, Todd, for finally coming on. I know I've been asking you for a while. You're a busy guy running this iconic Vancouver landmark. So please
Thank
continue to do it. And we'll have you on again soon. Free Britney forever.
Yeah, Free Britney, thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yay.